All right, so hello, Teaquilters. Welcome back to Teaquilts Live. Today is Wednesday, July 5th, 2023. It is 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're here for 1 hour live sewing chat. Well, 1 hour live chat. I'm saying sewing chat because all I have prepared is birthday shout outs, and I might end up sewing some of these pieces to some of the units here. So we'll see how our time goes today. I wasn't here Saturday to start the sew along on this, but I did start sewing. I sewed, let me just show you what I've sewed. So if anybody is sewing along and you want to get caught up, you can. I sewed this unit here. I have just 4 of these left to sew, and so that I can sew one on the live chat, sew one set on the live chat. When I do that block. But I'm actually going to be starting with this block here at the top, so I'm not going to pull that one down. But I just wanted to show you what section I had been sewing on. So let me see who's in the chat today. We got Darcy Savali. Thank you, ma'am. She has her message for subscribing and also hitting the thumbs up button, so I'd appreciate if you all do that. And thank you, Darcy, for putting that up there for me. Remo JS saying good evening. Miss T and Quilters thumbs up and subscribe. Hey Rose. Melody Kiefer. Hello T and everyone. Sue GSD. Hello T and family. Hope you all had a safe and happy holiday and that power has been restored. My power came on about 6 o'clock yesterday, and I was actually on my way out the door to my sister's house to celebrate with family. They were doing fireworks at her house, so I went over, ate dinner, and left right before they started doing fireworks. As a kid, I like fireworks. As an adult, I appreciate somebody else, like a company, doing them. I don't like them close to me. So I leave before they start doing that. But I do enjoy fireworks. I actually also like Stone Mountain in Georgia, where they have their laser shows. I like those as well. Ingrid Bowers is here. Maddie Barnum saying she got her package. You're welcome. Vivian Calvey saying hi to everyone. Donnell Stevens saying good evening, Miss T and all crafters. Hope everyone had a wonderful and safe 4th. Melina Montoya saying hello. Sandy is the same. Tom Whittick is here. Reminding people to hit the thumbs up for the Queen of July birthday, Miss T. Thank you, Tom. Janice Miller. She says she received her fabric. Awesome, awesome. Bonita Nance is here. Hey, Miss T, happy birthday month. Thank you, Bonita, for the reminder. Diane 57 is here saying hi to everyone. Thank you, Maddie, saying the block is pretty. Becky Bramlett is here. Hello, everybody. Happy B-Day. Yes. Minnie Dula. Cynthia Shade from Chicago. Diane McCoy. She's saying happy birthday month. It's your month. Yes. Jason Lewis. Hope everyone had a relaxing 4th. Sue was reminding people to hit the thumbs up button, pay the rent. Mama Harding is here. Praying everyone is doing good. Carol Williams is saying hello to everyone. Pat Boo saying hey, Miss T and everyone. And Mary saying good evening as well. I think that's it. Yeah. Shaquita Pearson saying hi T and everyone. I'm ready for a party. Brenda Ward's here from Chicago. Sue says it's 356 days until the retreat to end all retreats. Yeah, I got to see Sue, and she gave me some stuff donating to retreat. She also had one of those Missouri Star Quilt Company box, and she donated what she isn't going to use. And then she had some AccuQuilt dies and some books. And then she had one book she wanted me to donate to the Boho Hearts drawing when I have it on July 26th. So just always reminding people, if you're in the Boho Hearts Sew Along group, to make sure that you have your photo in that group. I would say by the 25th, because I'm not guaranteed. Depends on how much I got to do for the birthday drawing that I'm doing, because it's going to be pretty big. Make sure you get it in there by July 25th. You just need to have your quilt top sewed. You don't have to have it quilted. You don't have to have any borders on it. Just what the book says to do, or something similar to that. If you did some substitutions, that's fine. Just put a photo in the Boho Hearts completed quilt tops. I made a specific folder for that. That's where your picture needs to be, so you can be entered into the drawing. On the 25th, I'm going to go through and put everybody's name that got a photo in there into this container here. So just want to make sure everybody knows where they need to put their photo. I put a post. It's a featured post in the group. Also, there's a featured post telling you how to add your photo from a device, not necessarily a desktop, but like a phone or an iPad, something like that. Zandra is here. So, yeah. So we're going to go ahead and do birthday shout outs for July. Go ahead and do those. I normally do them late. So if people, well, I can do one more announcement for people that aren't here yet. I had a lot of people requesting the pattern to the Zoom class that I taught. I do have the official pattern here. I think it's 6 pages with color photos, and it's $12. You can order it off of my website. If you're a local here and I see you at any of my monthly club meetings, then I will most definitely bring you the pattern and save you the shipping. You don't have to order it. You just need to email me and let me know that you're interested in the pattern, and I will make sure that I bring it to you. So, yeah, that's trip around the scrap basket. So that was one thing. I have been slowly going through orders of people that have emailed me. So if I missed your email, let me know. I have not had power since, again, I was out from Saturday about 3:45 until 6 o'clock, a little after 6 o'clock yesterday. So I've been trying to go through and get everybody's orders. Some people I was able to do their orders manually, and other people I had to wait until I got power back to do all the printing and stuff that was necessary for your order. So I probably look kind of funny and strange. I'm not as hyper as I used to be. I'm telling you, 4 days of no electricity can wear you out. And it was more of a mental thing, not necessarily the heat, because we had a good days. We only had one really hot day the last day. Got up into it was 99 when I was in my car, so it had to have gone over 100 on Wednesday. But the other days we were kind of in the 80s, so it wasn't so bad. But it was just the frustration of not knowing when, getting rid of bad food, taking food to people's house, and the stuff that was in the refrigerator. It's like you don't take leftovers to people's house. So I was like, I threw away 3 bags of food and took the majority of food out of my freezer that I wanted to save. I took to my niece's house, who lives the closest to me. And I still had another freezer. I have 2 freezers. The freezers did okay. It was my refrigerator that I think might be needing a thermostat. So I think that was the reason why it didn't hold up, because we didn't go in it. We knew not to open it. I only opened it like twice, 2 days and 4 days, just to check to see if stuff was frozen. The refrigerator stuff was thawed, and on the second day, and then the freezer stuff at 4 days. We checked it that morning before it got hot, and it was still frozen, so we were okay with that. But it just wears you out mentally when you can't even get an estimated time of when your power is going to be on. If they would have said your power is going to be out 5 days, it would have been fine. It was just frustrating because I could have been making other plans had I known it was going to be out for 4 days or 5 days, as compared to sitting waiting thinking it's going to come back on in 3 or 4 hours. There's a big difference. So I was just wore out from constantly calling and checking, because I don't put my cell phone number into any of those type business things, because they tell you they don't sell your information, but then they do, and then you start getting all the crazy phone calls. So uh I kept having to check back in because they wouldn't send it via email. They only wanted to send via text message, which is crazy too. So it was just a lot to deal with. Darcy says when she was in Estes Park, Colorado, I found a little quilt shop and spent 400 on fabric that I will never be able to get again. That's cool. I like when I go someplace. Every quilt store is different, and they have something that it's their specialty in that particular area. Even if it's something that you don't like, it's the specialty of the area. And it's great when you can go places like that and find little hidden gems like that. Always reminding people to hit that thumbs up button again. Show support and love, make and match. Yeah, I'm just wore out from that. Joy Creations is here. I see your comment, Mary. Sandra says, happy to see you back. Quilts by Carmel saying, hey, T and all T quilters. Shirley Lutterbuck is here saying hello to everybody. So, yeah, so that's why I'm not really my chipper self. I'm to the point where, I just didn't even know what to do with myself. I was so disgusted. And I almost didn't even want to go to my family's get together, because I'm like, I don't want to go and ruin somebody else's day if I'm not in a good mood. But I did okay. I was my screen's popping in and out again. But I did okay with that. So I was glad of that. I just knew that I didn't want to hang around for fireworks. So I ended up babysitting Miss Jersey. I had to put her to sleep. We're finding that she's just resisting sleep because she's doing it for her all of her naps, and when it's time for her to go to bed, she's just resisting going to sleep. So she's not just fussy with me. I've got to experience her being fussy with her mom as well. But they don't want to tell you that when they're asking you to babysit, okay? So yeah, Don, it is a long time. And Mary's saying yesterday was the hottest day ever worldwide. Okay. So, birthday shout outs for July. Yay. Happy birthday. So we're going to go ahead and give these birthday shout outs. We've got on the 1st, we've got Maddie Barnum. Had her birthday last Saturday. She emailed me. I already had her on the list, but she didn't realize I had her on the list. So she wanted to make sure I had her on the list. But I do have you, Maddie. July 1st, Judy Smith. Birthday is July 3rd. So happy birthday to you as well. Francis Jackson's birthday is July 8th. So happy birthday, Francis. Sandy Agger, happy birthday. All the way to California on July 9th. Her birthday's coming up. Sheila Willis, Tennessee, is July 18th. Happy birthday to you. Brenda Foley's birthday. I don't know if I haven't seen Brenda on here in a minute, but her birthday is July 20th. Or maybe I'm just missing that I've read her name. But happy birthday, Brenda, just in case. Zandra's birthday is here. It's coming up this month. It's July 22nd. So happy birthday, Zandra. Who else? Leetta Bryant. Birthday is July 24th. So happy birthday to you. Kim Mesh birthday also is July 24th. So happy birthday to you as well. Laura Kaiser's birthday is July 28th, which is also the same day as my birthday, July 28th. Laura Kaiser doesn't, to my knowledge, watch my YouTube. She's a member of my Quilt Guild. I think I'm going to take her off this list. I think she just signed up because I had posted it in the Facebook group, but I don't really announce them over there. So I think I'm going to take her off. But Lenora Baptiste's birthday, it's the last one for the month that I have, is July 30th. So happy birthday to you all the way in Trinidad and Tobago. Or is it Tobago and Trinidad? It's Trinidad and Tobago. So happy birthday, everybody. Do remember that we're going to have birthday celebration on July 26th. I'm going to be having drawing. I showed you last Wednesday. I think that what it was, everything that was going to be in that drawing. I haven't broken anything down. It's all been sitting here because I haven't had time and been sitting in the dark. And so I will be figuring that stuff out. If you want to be entered into any of those drawings, you just need to send me a birthday card to my P.O. box that is listed in the description box of all of my videos. So you got access to that. And thinking of that, I got some that came in today, so I can go ahead and put these into the drawing. Kathy Galen, who I do know who that is, as far as your YouTube. Put you in. Virgie. That's all that's on the outside. There is a couple of Virginias in here. This is Everin, a new subscriber and supporter. So thank you so much, Sheila Willis. And I think I've already received a card from Dee Dee, but let me put it in here to make sure. That's Dee Dee Hansen. They didn't even cancel the stamp on this one. Joe Taylor Barker. I just like to call them out here so people will know that their card made it. So on card day, you already know whether or not I got your card or not. Sometimes stuff get lost in the mail. And then Vanessa Brown. So as I receive them, I'm putting them in on the live so people will know that it arrived. This one here. These all are ready to go in. All right. So those are in there. And then I just been putting the whole stack in this bag in the back. Well, in a bag, in an envelope. So I wouldn't lose the small pieces. So I just got it sitting there. And then I'm going to go ahead and open this one. It came from Bonita Nance. And when she told me to open it because I don't really open stuff till I get it. And when I opened it up, it has, I'm thinking she's sending me a puppy. I'm thinking she's sending me something that really is perishable, like food item or something. So that's why I'm like, okay, it's an envelope. Should I really open this? And then I was like, okay, now I know why she wants me to open it. But she says, wishing you a day of endless surprises. And this is also the card again from this place that she's gave me a card when I was going through the issues with my shed. But I like the cards. And then it's a pop-up like this. And look at that. Looks like almost like the Miss Hullen's German sweet chocolate cake. But that's the one I do like. That's the only time I'll eat chocolate, the chocolate icing on that Miss Hullen's a split chocolate cake. Oh my God, that is so good. So that's really pretty. And then she has right here, if you all noticed, it says week 1. So that's why she wanted me to open this, because she wanted me to open part of this every week. So she says, you know what to do. Old school birthday. Love you, Bonita. And she says, week 1. Money, money, money. Bonita Nance. 2019. Teaquilts subscriber of the year. And you all won't forget it, because she'll make sure you don't. And then under here, which I'm going to leave attached, and she's got a pin on it. Oh, I'm supposed to pin this up. Okay. She ain't messing around. All right. All right. So up under here, she has a $10 bill. And I'm not going to pin it on me. Normally you pin money on you. So what I'm going to do is just pin it up here on my quilt up here. I'll pin it up here. She is too funny. I'm wondering if I can get it on here and get it closed. Yeah. So I'll put it right there, Bonita. So thank you. Thank you. So Bonita is sending me something that I'm supposed to open every week. So I'll do it on Wednesdays, and I'm just going to keep it there whenever I do the birthday, add to the birthday things. And I don't think I need her envelope anymore, so I'll go ahead and just trash it, because Bonita is worse as me is taping stuff up when she sends packages. I have to laugh at when I get packages from her, and her envelope's just as bad as mine as far as trying to get into them. So I had to basically tear that envelope up. So so everybody is saying happy birthday to everybody. This quilt right here is this pattern, the trip around the scrap basket. That's from Shirley Lutterbuck. This pattern has different ways that you can set it, and I talk about some of them in here, but you can experiment. Once you get the technique, you can experiment and come out with your own layout. I've already done the 2 designs that are on the front, so I therefore sat down and made me a 3rd design with just the sample blocks. I only made 16 blocks, I think. Yeah. I only did 16, just enough for me to be able to make a sample so that I could teach the class. My foot is stepping on plastic bags. All right. So that's what that is, Shirley. It's available on my website. I've already showed that it's $12 plus shipping. Everybody say happy birthday to everybody. You all are so sweet. Hey, y'all, take a second and give a little boop to the thumbs up for Miss T. Thank you, Kathleen. Judy Smith is here. She just came in. We just said happy birthday to you. Let's see, what day is it? The 3rd? Let's see. Yeah, July 3rd is Judy's birthday. Yes, it is a pretty card. And Bonita says, you're welcome. Yes. Sheila says, good evening, TNO Culture. Sheila just came in. She has a birthday. 18th. Let's see if I guessed right. Yep, 18th. Mona did what? Says hi, T and everybody. And thank you, Shirley. She says it's beautiful. Thanks. Sharon Lewis is here. Sharon don't got her whole retreat paid for. You and one other lady has paid for the whole retreat, and other people getting their money in. I saw Sue on Sunday. She was dropping off stuff for retreat donations, and she paid some of her retreat off. So people are getting excited about retreat. Remo's reminding people to hit that thumbs up button. So thank you, thank you. Darcy says that is because you're so sweet. That's nice. So yeah, it's a 7:26. I don't have anything else to do. So guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna sew. So I'm gonna sew. I'm not doing this block first, but it's got a lot of pieces on it. Let me show you both of this. So we're gonna start with the easy block first, but this block down here got way more pieces than the one up here. And so I've already sewed most of these. I've just left 4 of these to sew when it's time to sew this block. And then you can see over here, I've got to piece all of these units. And it's 4 of these in a block. So I'm going to start piecing some of this because I'm just sitting here. And then that way I can get some sewing in because I haven't sewed since I sewed these pieces. I sewed these probably last Friday. So it's been since last Friday since I've sewed. And I do, since I have not used this machine since because of power outage, I am going to go ahead and clean it instead of just oiling from the top, even though I normally just wait till my bobbin is out because I'm using it off and on. But that's not true this time. So let me know what you guys have been working on. What did you all do Saturday since I wasn't live? Did you go to bed early? Just try to use this little one to get into those little spaces. And it is filled with stuff. And I'm not going to clean the needle thing. I'm not going to worry about that since it's not my regular time to clean. Okay, take this out. Sorry, I'm hitting the mic, guys, trying to look down. Yes, I'm ready and looking forward to the retreat. That's Sharon. Yep. Sue says, I've been excited about retreat since we left last year. Yep. I was like in a fog and I sat there because Leela's husband had to pick her up from retreat and he was a little late. And so she was telling me that I could go ahead and go and all of that. But I'm like, I'll just sit here with you. And so I got to unwind with Leela. So that was really nice at the end. Because I'm telling you, from Saturday night on, I was just overwhelmed. Just overwhelmed with how much fun we had. The wonderful people I met. So I think I should be okay next year. All right, now this thing, like this felt in here is like bone dry. And that's why I didn't want to hit it just from the top. I wish I had a piece of batting in here. I took it, used it all or something. Here's a piece of paper towel I got over here. I've been saving for something. Sitting in my pincushion holder. Just want to wipe it good. Yep. Nice blocks, love the green. Yes, I need to go out into my storage. I got a whole nother dilemma that's going on. And I have a feeling that I'm going to be the one made to look bad. So I ain't going to talk about it yet. I'll post it in the Facebook group eventually. But, you know, It's not even my fault. Somebody messing up the schedules ain't gonna make it my fault. I'm gonna saturate that really good, and I'm gonna put a drop in here in the bobbin case. Remember, we had issues with the bobbin stick, and I had that happen one more time. I wasn't live sewing. I have to catch up on my sewing since I was waiting for my glasses, and then we had orientation at Joe for school, so that's good. She's talking about the boho heart she's trying to get done. My comments are popping in and out, so I'm just kind of trying to wait for them to pop back in, hopefully. And it sure didn't pop back in. All right, took a long time. Quilt Gals here. Hello, hello. Don says working on boho heart. Tried to put this in twice. Got error message. Okay, I don't know what that's about. Joan E is here. Says I'm reorganizing my fabric by color so I know what I have. May take all week, girl. It took me. I've always had my fabric by color, but then I would run when in my other area. I ran out of space. I just ran out of space to put them. So then you start putting orange with red, and then you look up and that whole stack's messed up. So I had to do that. But I love having my fabric by colors. Sharon says she's working on an illusions quilt that I have started in April. Just added the last row. Now I need to add the border. So that's cool, cool, cool. Sue says, could someone direct me to the instructions for the large square pin cushion, please? It's Teaquilts, and then just put in pin cushion. It should come up, Sue. Sandra, do you know if the brother needs to be all? Yes, it does. And it depends on which one. The brother I got, the semi-industrial, it needs a lot of oil. It needs a lot of oil. Okay, had you move out of space. Let's see if I can get you to catch in. Okay. All right. Put this in and cut it. All right. And then I always look at the back. I cleaned it the last time I took it off, so it's okay. But I always look at the back of my plate too and wipe it if it's got a buildup of anything. Sheila's working on boho heart, so she's way behind. Joe Carmel's still working on boho heart. Claudette Fett is in here saying hello to everyone. So Darcy's saying that she's got the panels quilt that she wants to start when she's done with the boho hearts from the quilt shop. This box. Sometimes I get so organized that I get disorganized. Okay. Because I'm used to seeing pieces out, but I'm working on so many projects. Now I got, making sure I put stuff in containers and keep them closed. Up here, I don't know if you can see this. This is all of those. When I was doing the snowball corners, I kept all of these pieces. So they're just sitting here. When I make some room in the box, I guess I'll put them in here. These are some extra pieces. And what I want to sew is some of these units. So I got squares that I need to sew together, and then we're going to add a rectangle on it. So I'll take those out, put this stuff in here at the bottom. And then I even got some of the gray. I don't know why the gray is out. I just must not have put something up when I was working. But I just want to keep all of those. I keep all of that kind of stuff. And then I'm just going to put this up. I'm not going to be on here that long to do all of this, but I just took out the stacks. Stella McKenzie is here. Sherry Willingham. Hey, Sherry. Yeah, I was talking about you before, girl. I couldn't even remember your first name. I'm talking about with an S. Girl, I was a hot mess. Knowing I had just talked to you. Quilt Gal says, I'll confess, I haven't even started my boho heart. So I guess it's boo-hoo hearts now. That is too funny. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I don't have anything else to talk about. I knew when I first planned to come on here, I planned to have something else to do. And then I was like, after my power was off yesterday, after, you know, about 3 o'clock, I was like, well, I guess I'm not going to have to worry about tomorrow's, because I may not be having a live. And then it came on at 6 and I had to leave. So I didn't have a chance to do anything. Today was just me trying to go back through all the some of the emails. I haven't even gotten through all of them. Some of the emails for orders and stuff like that, for the patterns, for the fabric. Some stuff I was able to do, some stuff I wasn't able to do. So I went to my post office and they was telling me what to do. But I have postage a little bit cheaper than what the post office charge, because they give me if I do the label by using my own label, my own envelopes and stuff like that, it's a discount. But then if I go up to the counter, it costs more. So everything would have cost me more than what I had charged you all for shipping. So then they had a couple ways to help me work around some of it, but I couldn't get packages out. So Mary talking about she just picked her fat quarters. Oh my God. And Carol's the same. Oh my gosh, you all got to get started. It was some people that had their completed quilt done by March. They had just had the whole thing done. I did the few introductory videos on it, like different ways that you could do it, but they had them done by March, and most of them did it with the blocks. That was so long ago. I'm like, I'm not about to go look for all those photos. They got to help me out. If they want to be in the drawing, they got to help me. Don says stamps just went up 66 cents each, I think. Yep. And it's weird because I learned something different new at the post office. Like on packages, I can't just put enough stamps on it to send it and drop it into the box. I have to take it up to the counter. I can't just drop it into the mailbox with the stamps, which is the craziest thing I ever heard. They almost make me want to go and check another post office to see if they got the same foolishness going on. But it was just weird. They said it's because they have to, like when I do mine at home, it doesn't ask me the question. I guess it's assumed it's somewhere in my software. I don't see it. Okay, I'm just letting you know that it's asking about anything perishable, fragile, or like anything that's going to blow up or something like that. I forget how they word it. So they want to make sure nothing's in your package like that. And so they say you have to answer that question. And they can't answer that question for you if you're dropping it into the box. I'm like, okay. So I just learned something new. That's all. Some of these fabrics, you know, if you got a double look how I'm looking, it don't matter. Just sew the fabric together because you ain't going to be able to tell the right and wrong side when it's put together. So I don't even know why I'm tripping. I just need to stop. So. Yeah, I knew stamps were going up, and I went and bought, I think 100 or no, about 150, I think I bought. So when it's time for me to send out my Christmas calendars, I already got the stamps for it. So I said, okay, they'll get me next year. Hey, Janet Mackerel. Darcy's saying I had to make sure I did mine because I was digging through my scraps. I found about 50 4.5-inch half square triangles I had made about 15 years ago and didn't know what they were for. Yes, gotta use this stuff. Jim Bennett's here saying tomorrow is my B-day and I'm watching from hospital. All good now. Awesome. Glad you're feeling good and happy birthday to you. I'm not gonna sing today. I'll wait till the birthday bash and sing. Whoops, I keep coming over here. Whoops. I dropped this one. I don't know which side's the right or wrong side. We'll make this side the right side. I tried to cut them all right side up because, you know, every once in a while you'll get one that might make a difference. But I don't think in the grand scheme of things that you're going to pick out one fabric on the wrong side of this quilt when I'm done with African prints. That's for sure. So I'm just going to get through this stack here and then I'm going to start adding some rectangles to these. Maybe I should do 14 and 14 is 28. I'll make sure I got at least 28. 28 will be half of what I need. Is it 28? 14? Yeah. Because I already got one block made. So 28. Be half of the pieces. Craft with Love 55 is back. Hello, welcome back. Saying greetings to everyone. Haven't been here for a moment due to working on Wednesday nights, but I'm glad to be here. Awesome. Welcome back. For those that are just coming in, I'm just working on some parts to the Brightly quilt by Cluck Cluck Sew. We did birthdays earlier. I did a few announcements, and so I just had some time. So I just cleaned my machine and oiled it. I'm happy to be sewing, boy. I can say that. I got to go clean off my long arm section. I was using it to I was looking for candles, so I started looking for that. I was looking for charge boxes, things that you charge up and then you can take your phone and plug it into those. to get phone power. It was a mess trying to keep power on both my husband and mine's phone. So I wasn't online a whole lot. I wasn't talking, and definitely weren't doing video chats. I only talked to people when absolutely needed. I did mostly texting because it took the less energy, used the least amount of energy. So let's see how many of these have I done. I'm looking for 28. 1. That's 15. 25, and then this is 28. Ain't that something? All right. I'm just going to use my wood press and my table, and I'm just going to press them towards my green fabric, which is my background fabric. Pat Boo says her birthday was on the 1st. Happy birthday. Y'all have to send it to me in an email so I can get it onto my list here, and then I'll have it so I can read them out. You can just email it to teaquilts@teaquilts.com. Just let me know when your birthday. You don't have to wait till your birthday month. You can just send it so you don't forget. And then I'll read your birthday. Cheryl Knuckles is back. Hey, Cheryl. She says, hello, Miss T, and I finally made it to a live chat, and hello, everyone. Jason's, OMG, y'all, I just sold a 108-inch seam on the wrong side of the fabric. Oh, my God. It's funny, but it's not. That's the kind of stuff when I do ripping, that's the type of ripping I normally do. It's always something long arm related most of the time. 102 people were here. Dorsey says, hit the thumbs up, guys. Only 62 thumbs up. Again, I'm working on the Brightly quilt. If you're looking for the pattern, it's by Cluck Cluck Sew. Missouri Star Quilt Company kind of gave you the measurements. I won't be giving out any measurements. So if you want to do this, sew along with me. I'll be sewing on this first block, the easy block that has squares and rectangles only. So you can go to their page, watch that video, and then you start cutting some pieces for those blocks. I'm making this quilt again because my niece wanted my quilt when I made it. Niece. Cousin. It's a cousin. She's a young cousin. And all my other cousins were all the same age. And so her mom had her late. And my grandmother had a lot of children, so they had a wide age span, first of all. And then second, this aunt had children later in life. And so that's why I keep thinking she's something else, but she isn't. She's a cousin. It's my aunt's daughter. And Jason talk about he laughing through the tears. Yeah, all that ripping. That's terrible. Joe Taylor, I think your card came, so thank you so much. I put you into the drawing earlier in the video. She says, my brother Does not require oiling. The SQ9285. Be sure to check your owner's manual for maintenance instructions. Hello all. Enjoying our business. So thank you for coming in and let her know that mine's, I got all, and that's why I said mine's is a semi-industrial, and it has the oil ports all over this thing for me to drop oil in. So it is no joke. And the bobbin needs oiling. So it's kind of like a long arm in a way as far as oiling the brother I have. I feel like I got fabric fibers on my nose. Jason talking about this is what I give for peace in the back. No, when I have extra 108s, whatever I have left over from backs, I sew those jokers together and make a scrappy back. I try to use all I can if it's, you know, a good chunk size left. Phyllis G is here. Hey, Phyllis. T, did my card come? Yes. Yes, it did. That's Sherry. Pat Boo says, I try not to appease backing, but seems I always do. All right, last one, and we can sew on a rectangle. And then if I do that, we got only 8 minutes left, 7. If I do that, I have at least half the blocks already done for the second block. So I'll just run these through. And then I'll just need a 28 more. So I'm going to put this back over there with the stack. I cut way more squares than I needed just because who can't use 2.5-inch squares, right? There's a measurement for you. Diane says her Janome don't like dust. Yeah, this one, it collects dust, this Bernina. I don't understand. And then it's really tight, so it's all sitting up on top. That's another reason I try to take this machine in and get it serviced once a year, because I'm like, it's got to be stuff places that I can't get to. It has to be. Which batting is heaviest between 100% cotton and 80/20? I'm gonna be honest. I just ordered new Hobbs 100% cotton. It is so thin. I can't believe how thin the batting is now. I'm gonna tell you a secret I found is 80/20 batting gives you more oomph in your quilt. And then if you are insisting on using 100% batting, use 2 layers of batting. If you're long arm quilting, it's easy to do. If you're machine quilting at home, not so much. But batting is getting so thin. It's so thin that Warm and Natural now has a Warm and Plush that they'll sell you the thick batting. I do have a roll of it, but I haven't used it yet. I bought it and just stuck it in the garage. I had bought a few things, and I was just waiting till I had gotten a shed because I was going to be trying to use a cabinet to put my batting in so that it could be just rolled off the shelving unit. And I never did get that set up, so I don't have it open. But I'm noticing that Pellon is thinner. Warm and Natural is still the same as once they cut it in half, and now they sell you a Warm and Plush, but Pellon has gotten thinner again. So I don't know if this is going to be another new trend, but 80/20 batting, and I have a brand. I'm not going to say which brand it is. It's a very good batting, and I actually like the way it quilts up. And ironically, I have one customer that I bought polyester bat for, but it's not your regular polyester batting. It's kind of like what do you call that? I don't know what you. It's not felt, but it's like a fusible batting feel, but it's not fusible either. But it does feel like batting. It's just more compressed batting. It's polyester. It's not the thick kind, and I like that batting too. She likes that in her quilt. So, um, but a 80/20 quilts up really nice because you got the properties of the and I feel like it's warmer for some reason than cotton. When I have it on me, I have a quilt I've been using that Kevin used the 80/20 in, and I feel like that quilt is warmer than regular cotton, and it's thicker. It feels thicker than Warm and Natural and or Pale-On. So I don't know what's going on. They changing again. They don't raise the price, but they give us less product. Somebody just says their 80/20 is thin. My 80/20 is good. And the next time I buy it, I'll go pick it up in person to make sure. Because this Pale-On I had shipped to me, I had to pay shipping on it too. And I opened up, and I had it for maybe 3 months because I didn't need to open it right then. And when I opened it up, I'm like, goodness gracious, what is going on? I was shocked. I will not be buying Pale-On 100% cotton again. Or was it? It was Hobbs 100%. It wasn't Pale-On. It was Hobbs because I ordered a Hobbs 80/20, and I ordered Hobbs in black. I ordered it in black because I needed it for all of my African quilts because I was thinking I'm putting dark backgrounds on them. I'm not sure. But if I use any of the African print fabric, it would be dark. So, yeah. It was Hobbs 80/20 that's thin. I have used bamboo batting once, and I can't remember whether I think it just quilted up nice. I think it was in a customer's quilt, so I didn't get to use it. But it quilted up nice. I just don't know what it does after that. I can't remember. And we talked about we got a video on here that's talking about all the different kinds of battings too. So go back and look at that Teaquilts battings. I did a presentation at the front of it, and then I also got the viewers' opinions as well, because I think it was a live chat. So that way you'll get all the information. Just sit back with a drink and watch that video. Got thirsty all of a sudden. Nikki B is here. Kevin's at work. Jim says whenever he cuts 2.5-inch squares, yeah, he cut extra. I got a whole lot extra because I've already done half. But like I said, they'll already be cut for something. Next time I need something, I'm going to start me a little thing where I'm just using those. 2.5-inch squares are good for anything. I got all the scraps from when I cut these out. I got all of those put in a bag too. Just seemed like a ant or something up here. I have not been in this room, and it was kind of like a little whitish color. Something was crawling up here. Very tiny. I guess I started vibrating this machine. This thing come out the machine or something. But like I said, it's been so hot in here, I wouldn't blame anything trying to get away. I had never seen an ant, but that was so little, I wouldn't have seen it anyway. Yeah, when you cut piece strips for borders, do you sew a diagonal seam or piece the straps with the straight seam? If it's a design feature of the quilt, I will go ahead and sew a straight seam. That's one reason I would sew a straight seam. The second reason I would sew a straight seam is if I'm running out of material and I don't have enough to make the diagonal cut, cut the diagonal way and then sew. And then the third reason I would use a straight seam is if I don't have to look at it. I have done that when I know I'm going to give a quilt away and I know that it's not going to bother them because they're not a quilter. But if it's for me or if I'm keeping it, even if it's a 6-inch border, a 10-inch border, I do a diagonal seam. That's one of the reasons why I buy 3 yards of most fabric that I buy, if I think I might want to use it for a border. And then I can cut my strips as long as my quilt needs, because I never make my quilts more than 108 inches. I mostly do 96 inches square for my bed. So that's one of the reasons why I buy 3 yards of fabric. And then I cut my borders lengthwise. That also means I've got the very straight length of grain on the edge of my quilt compared to the width of grain, which stretches a little bit. But most of my quilts I cut from length of grain fabric, so I don't have to worry about that. Good question, Sharon. I looked at bamboo silk and they wanted $50. I use Quilter's Dream always. Yes. And Quilter's Dream is the polyester bat that I use. That's why it's a nice polyester bat, because it's Quilter's Dream, which makes nice batting. It just costs a little bit more than Hobbs or Warm and Natural. And I'm not ordering a roll of anything else until I go buy a package of it or something to check it out first, or touch it in my hand before I walk out the store, because I had this shipped to me, so I didn't get a chance to feel it. And I'm like, oh, y'all got me this time. Oh my God, it's 8:05. But guess what? That was the last one. We can cut this, and then I'm going to cut this off. I made it. It's 8:05. So on that second block, I was just basically making these units just to give me another little head start when it's time to go. I won't be, because I'm only sewing for 2 hours, and you all are going to have more hours to sew on yours. So that's why I'm trying to do some of the sewing ahead of time. So I've got half of these done. And I did that. Well, I oiled my machine first. So I'd say I sewed these in about 20 minutes tops. And I will press these later. I'm in no hurry. But I got half of the blocks done. I never worry about the pressing part. I press my other pieces though, but I don't want to leave pieces out because I don't want to lose them. I got extra squares. I don't have extra everything else. I got extra African print squares. I don't even have extra of these. I don't want to waste my fabric. Okay. Make sure everything's in here. As you're sewing pieces up, the box, like, it makes more room for stuff because it feels lighter now. Diane says she got some Hobbs years ago that was super thin. Leetta Bryant's here saying good evening, T and T Quilters. Good evening, Leetta. Happy birthday month to you. I think it's July 24th. Mary says, I've never sewed my borders at an angle. Good to know. Also about length of grain. Yeah, I try most of the time, even if I only have 2 yards and my fabric is my quilt top is 90 inches long, I still will cut my strips length of the grain and then just cut more of them and sew them together. But you still have, if you have 72 inches long instead of 42 inches. So I still cut them the long way. Pat says, I rarely make bigger than a twin size quilt. It's too big a quilt on a Juki for me. Yeah. And even on those, on my twin quilts, I still do them because it's still a bed size quilt. I still cut them length of grain. Diane says, good night, everyone. Stay safe and be kind. Mary says, T, I hope you rest and recharge now that your light's on. Yeah, I just got a lot of stuff I'm behind on because 4 days of my life was lost. So trying to catch up on stuff. So I will do that. And I am going to go ahead and get off of here. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I see some notifications coming in. So thank you guys as well. I'm not going to look at it on this phone because it's always got extra stuff on it that I've already seen. So I'm going to go ahead and end here, guys. Go out, leave out of this room and go into the next room. I'm going to back to my computer desk. Because I'm still trying to get through emails because I wasn't going to be using what power I had mucking around with stuff. So I was trying to do the least amount of stuff I could do on my phone. And I was also reading on my iPad. So I was doing that. So I was using the most on my iPad for reading. And I put it in, I put the dimmer down low so it would last long. But so that's all I've been doing. So I'm trying to play catch up. And now that I've been reading, all I want to do is read. I'm reading the Michelle Obama book that was gifted to me. So I'm reading that and listening to it at times, depending on what I'm doing. So, but yeah, so everybody, I'm going to go ahead and say good night here. I will see you all hopefully back Saturday night, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, 2-hour live sewing chat. We're going to be working on this block number 1 at the top. I'm calling block number 1. It's the easy block. So if you're working with this, all you need is some squares and rectangles to make this block. That's why I started with that block. So if you haven't cut yet, you got a chance to get some pieces cut. It's not a whole lot of pieces in that particular block. The second block has a lot of pieces in it. So that's why I just opted to come tonight and just utilize my time by just sewing some pieces. I call it piece reduction. Just sewing some of those pieces together so you can be ready to roll when it's time. So I'm going to go ahead and say good night here. You all stay safe, be blessed, and quilt out. Bye.